What's going on, guys? I am Toxic Jordan. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be jumping into the JP World Tournament here. I have been grinding a little bit, not as much as I maybe would have hoped originally. I think I'm probably just going to go for the new missions here. I was awake for a solid 32 hours or so, recording a bunch of stuff for part 2 of both celebrations on JP and Global. So I crashed out hard, like pretty much right after the World Tournament went live. So I was not able to record this video yet, but I have gotten a few wins. As you can see, I've already started grinding here. I haven't done a ton yet. But yeah, I did just want to take a minute to look at all the rewards. Oh, I guess we don't need to do this in-game. We can do this on an external website, because yeah, we've got some new currencies and stuff to take a look at here that we're going to be able to buy. So yeah, let's switch to the website real quick. Okay, yeah, so these are... Oh, this is just the daily missions really quick. Yeah, the daily missions for the World Tournament. So yeah, definitely try and get your 3 wins per day. You'll be getting some extra stuff, which is nice. But the main thing is these Hercule Satan signatures. You want to be getting as many of those as possible, because we're going to be able to trade these in the Baba Shop for the new Awakening medals, the new Extreme Z Awakening medals for the World Tournament characters. So yeah, that will be nice. Okay, and I guess the way it looks like they're doing this is all of the EZA medals that we need for the SSR characters, the like World Tournament banner SSRs. You're going to be earning some of these medals as you place. So it looks like, unfortunately, only the top 10 people in the world. 10. That's funny. Someone messed this up. 4 ND, 10 RD. Anyways, so yeah, if you're only the top 10 in the world are going to get enough of these medals to be able to Extreme Z Awaken all of the characters, because it costs 40 of these rainbow medals, and what does it cost? 30 of these rainbow medals, and there's 4 of the characters you have to awaken. So yeah, that is going to be big unfortunate for everyone else. And then I believe they're giving out 90 medals, which is enough to get at least most of the characters here. You'd just be missing 1. I believe it goes all the way until top 2,000. Yeah. So if you get top 2,000, which is probably what I'm going to shoot for. I mean, I'm probably going to get like top 50 anyway. Not on this World Tournament, but I'm thinking about when this comes to Global. And I end up grinding really hard. But yeah, so I don't know. That's kind of interesting that they wouldn't make it a little more accessible for everyone to be able to get the, the medals there. But everyone is going to be able to acquire these Hercule Satan signatures, which you can earn by placing well locally. And you only have to get top 3 local, which isn't super hard to do. If you stay at it, the top 3 local isn't the worst thing. So getting 90 of these here, which is the max amount, is definitely not that hard. Okay, so that's all of that, and then this is just like taking a breakdown of all of the new units. We did a separate video going over all those already. Okay, so yeah, this is big. So you're going to be earning the reward cards. All of the cards that are Dokkan Awakening are going to be available to get with the missions. So as long as you get your 20 wins, and then I believe they're available again over here with the win streaks. Where are they at? Here. So the consecutive wins. So the overall wins and the consecutive wins. If you get your 20 wins in a row, then you'll get 2 copies of each of the cards. The only one that you're not going to get is the this one, the STR Kid Goku, because he is on the Dragon Ball Saga summon banner, right? He's a little bit different, so they're not giving him out for free. He's still... This is now the most exclusive pool of characters in the game, aside from like the 50% supports on those banners that never come back. But yeah, aside from those, now the Dragon Ball Saga summon banner units are like the pinnacle of like desired units, because most people in the game are not going to have these, right? They're very, very hard to get. You have to grind a lot in World Tournament, every single World Tournament, and unless you've been doing that for like 5+ years, you probably don't have a lot of the units on that banner. So yeah, these are extremely coveted, and now that they're going to be Extreme Z Awakening and actually getting like good kits that make them usable, the these are just worth way more than like those 50% supports that are barely runnable at this point, right? It's like who cares about those? They're pretty much collector's units, but I think it's going to start to be a bigger deal if some of these units pop out and end up being really really good. So, but yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and take a look back in game. We'll actually jump in and do some runs here. So I got this fun team built up for the tournament here. Yeah, so it looks like we're working on a 15 win streak right now. So yeah, I will at least get my 20 wins. I'm gonna get my 23 million points too. Oh, actually, I should have shown that part. Back to the website again. I know I'm giving y'all whiplash. I'm so sorry. I think we're down here. This, when you earn the points, you can get some of the Hercule Satan signature ones as well. And then, biggest thing to note here is right here. This is 20 million points. Once you hit your 20 million, you're going to get a copy of the LR Piccolo that's EZAing, which is a huge, huge deal, right? And the other, so the other medals that you'll need to use, because it's a different kind of medal that you're going to be using to awaken this Piccolo. You can buy in the shop with these Satan signatures. So that's why it's really important to get those, because this Piccolo is pretty much like the best for you to play unit in the game at this point. He's like amazing defensively. So yeah, he's kind of a must pick up. You really got to get this guy. Okay, yeah, so that is everything. Now we'll go back into the game here. Oh, but I guess we should also check the Baba shop for those signs of Satan thing. I think that's what they're calling them in-game, is the Signs of Satan. Which sounds super demonic, but it's literally just Hercule Satan's signature. So, kind of, I think maybe they're trying to do some kind of double entendre there. I don't know. But, okay, so yeah, here you can see this is the only way we're going to be picking up these Piccolo medals. The Piccolo medals are not available in the regular rewards for the World Tournament like these are. So yeah, you could always pick up extra copies of these medals with your... Signs of Satan if you wanted to. It looks like you can even buy like the generic Master's Mark medals and stuff, which I do not recommend. Definitely don't buy these, because like all of these, the Turtle medals, Bulma medals, definitely don't get Zenny, right? All of this stuff is a little more attainable, right? You can earn these on the map while you're grinding World Tournament, and these two are even available in the Baba shop frequently, so you can just keep an eye out there to build up more and more of those. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't spend these. This is a very rare currency now. You know, this is going to be a super finite amount of things you're going to be able to get. It doesn't even look like the majority of players are going to be able to Extreme Z Awaken all of the characters after one World Tournament here. And if they continue to do this for more World Tournaments, right, like what's going to happen on the next World Tournament? We don't know. They could always go back to the old format, keep the shop the same, so we have the ability to continue to buy these medals every World Tournament, but then maybe... on the next World Tournament, they won't have a new, or they will have a new World Tournament character, and they won't do any EZAs, so they'll allow people to like catch up. Kind of the way when they add the new local reward card. They have that as the running reward card for quite a few World Tournaments to give everyone a chance to rainbow it, and then they move on to a new one. So maybe they would do that with this, with these medals too. So that's my prediction, is that the next World Tournament is going to be a normal one. With a new reward card, and then we'll get like the future Gohan that's supposed to get his awakening. He was next up for it. They didn't do it this time. I assume then they'll just continue on with that next time, allow us to build up more of this currency so that everyone else can finish out the units. All the EZAs they weren't able to get on the first run through, and then maybe the World Tournament after that, then they'll be like, hey, Tien and Chaozu are getting an EZA, and then they'll move on to the Tien and Chaozu medals. They'll add them to this shop. And so on. And then at that point, I would assume maybe they're just going to leave it as these generic medals for all the SSRs. I guess there's a chance they could make new medals for each batch that they awaken, right? So the next 4 that get their awakenings will have to use a new medal that shows up in this shop. I could see them doing that. But I don't know. There are so many ways we could predict left and right what is going to go on with these this World Tournament situation. There's really no way to know, because this is brand new stuff, right? They've been pretty much ever since the 7th anniversary, or kind of like the worldwide download celebration. Yeah, really, it was the worldwide download celebration where they added the Carnival system. they have just been throwing us curveballs left and right that we haven't been able to predict, right? Everyone was like, oh, Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo aren't going to be LRs because they've never introduced units into the game as an LR. And then they just did it, right? And then everyone was assuming that the 8th anniversary banners were going to be one Carnival and one Dokkan Fest exclusive, like it was for the for the worldwide download celebration, one of each in part 1 and then the other of each in part 2. And then they just didn't do that. They did dual Dokkan Fest in part 1 and then dual Carnival in part 2. So it's like we're so bad at predicting what they have up their sleeve at this point because they're just throwing all these curveballs at us. So no one was predicting a quadruple Spirit Bomb anniversary, but hey, here we are, right? So yeah, it's I don't know. It's interesting what they're throwing out at us. But anyways, so we're just gonna have to go with the flow and hope for the best. So yeah, okay, I think that is all of the ranting about the new updates of the cool stuff we're getting. So now we are just gonna go ahead and jump in. And this is even like the main point of the video right here, right? I wanted to show off this World Tournament team that I put together. So it's decent. It's definitely not as good as like the Broly teams and stuff, right? Or like the main team that people run where they do the Ginyu lead and then do an all LR team. I don't have the ability to build those kind of teams because I don't have any of the AoE Brolys in the game. I don't have that physical free-to-play Ginyu. I haven't played Ultimate Clash enough to earn the currency to get him, awakened and easy aid and everything. So I can't run that team. So what I did for the last week or so was I prepared this team. I had to go beat a bunch of Super Battle Road stages in order to get this guy, because I haven't done any of that stuff yet. I've beaten barely any of the challenge content on this on this JP account. So yeah, I had to grind a total of 25 Extreme Super Battle Road stages in order to get this guy to where he's at. And I just basically have him easy aid so that I had his full 120% all types leader skill here. That was what I was going for. But it works out really well. So the main focus behind this build is this guy right here. So the new 8th anniversary LR. I wanted the opportunity to use them because they are an AoE unit, right? So they have an AoE unit, but it's only with their unit super attack. So you have to be using any one of the characters that you see here, pictured here. And I think Aboma or Chaozu are added into that as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there's a lot of these units. It's basically like all the Z fighters, all the original Dragon Ball Z units. Yeah, I think Chaozu is a part of it as well, because he is a Z fighter. So yeah, if any of those units are on rotation with him, then he gets the unit super attack, as long as he is above 18 ki. So basically, if we get him the 18 ki with either this Goku, this Piccolo, or this Krillin on rotation, then he's going to have an AoE attack for us, which is awesome. And then the Piccolo and Krillin obviously are AoE units on their own. And then we've just got the Chaozu here for some stunning, because I don't have that many items to use. All of these are in very, very short supply. So that will help us out a lot with that. And then I just threw Cell on here. So I could put... I could do this. This would give us an extra Goku. To have an additional unit that has the opportunity to show up next to him and, and do damage, and allow him to do his unit super attack. But I would rather have Cell, because if I do it this way, there's too many units on the team that are not AoE units that it makes it really tough to actually... sometimes you end up in situations where you don't have an AoE unit on the rotation, and it just slows the World Tournament process down, so immensely. So while this will definitely boost our ability to use this guy, I think overall it would hurt us. The only way this team would work is if I used a friend Kid Gohan, because then now using the additional Goku, now almost every single unit on the team except for Chaozu would give this guy his unit super. So if we can find a friend of him, that's the main issue that I've been running into, because my rank is so low. The friend pools that it's throwing up here for me are really bad. This is all I have for Super Ant Goku family. That's so bad. So I literally can't use that unit. Sometimes I can use a friend for this guy, so we at least have another key support that we can add to the team, and then we have another unit that activates his unit super, but it's not an AoE unit. So you can see where I'm struggling here. So it is kind of weird. Oftentimes just have to end up putting like a friend Broly. I mean, he's able to get a super, and he's on the all types leader skill, right? So it works out. It's just not as cohesive. It doesn't make this team as pretty as I want. So yeah, the most ideal version of the team would have been the physical Goku here, and then a friend of this kid Gohan here as well. That is like the main ideal way to run it. So if you're like rank 500, 600 plus, you probably could run the team that way, and you wouldn't have trouble finding these 8th anniversary Gohan friends. I'm sure they're all over your friends list, but because I'm such low rank, I don't have that luxury. So this is what we're stuck with. So yeah, when it comes to the preliminaries, I always want to make sure to have a friend AoE unit, which generally you should anyway. But oftentimes I find with this team, it's quick enough for me to just go in with a friend version Z Goku, and then hope for the best. And most of the time I end up having an AoE on slot 1. Because in the preliminaries, you need to have AoEs spread throughout your team because you constantly keep going into new fights with new rotations. But you only have to get lucky once in all of the other times, right? Because then you're just able to, freely launch your one AoE and then the fight's over. So usually it works out pretty well for me to just bring a friend version Z Goku. And it's nice too because, like I said, he is a key support. So he is providing similar things to what this Int Goku is. Oh. But yeah, it has been quite the grind getting ready for this World Tournament. I will say that much. I had to do this entire Prime Battle Krillin as well. I didn't have him started at all, so I spent a lot of my keys. I had like 600 or something, and I put a large dent in that to run his event and get all of his 777 medals grinded up and everything. I just got him to SA 14, or to SA 10, and then the 4 copies to unlock his dupe paths. And then after that, I did not bother like grinding up 2 copies of him or anything to free to play, get his SA. Yeah, how is it? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we're here. We are seeing the very first situation where we're able to use the Kid Gohan because we got the Piccolo on rotation, so that's perfect. This is actually the best case scenario for him because he only has 1 key link. Which is Gaze of Respect. And the only other unit that we can run on the team that has Gaze of Respect is this Piccolo. So he's able to get 2 key from him, which is nice. Without the Piccolo on rotation, then he's stuck at 11 key. That's what he starts the turn at. If you have any of the support Gokus on, then he can get an extra 2 key that way. And then obviously his best possible turn would be if you can link him with Piccolo and then also have a 2 key support Goku, then he would only need 3 key in order to select, in order to be able to get his 18 key super off. But that's a really rare situation, especially if you only have the one support Goku that's your leader, right? So, yeah, for that reason, I would say this is not the best World Tournament team to be running. I do run into issues a lot where he is on a turn and then he's not able to get his 18 key super, or it's not a unit super because you don't have one of the units with him. So yeah, I definitely can't say that this team is foolproof by any means. Like, there are holes in it. There are much better teams to use. But it is kind of a fun one. It gives you the opportunity to see the animations for your brand new 8th anniversary LR that you just, worked so hard to summon for. Either you worked really hard grinding events in Dokkan to get the free-to-play stones, or you worked hard with real money that you spent on Dragon Stones to get them. So either way, you worked hard for it, right? You want to be able to use this guy. And because in normal like challenge content and stuff, he isn't performing quite as well as the Kai Goku is, then yeah, I would definitely say it's worthwhile to bring him in here. It's fun. It's fun, right? That's why I wanted to make this video for you guys. So even if you're not using him, then you can still enjoy his appearance in the World Tournament here. But yeah, I just think it's kind of rare, kind of a fun situation for, to have basically a whole team that's able to operate around that guy. Like, what are the chances that we have all the units in his unit super attack, that, all the units that will give him his unit super attack are good for World Tournament? We have the Goku that leads, and then we have the AoE Piccolo and the AoE Krillin and stuff. Like, that's really exciting. I almost wish we had like an AoE Yamcha so I could run him on the team instead of Cell. Have like one final AoE character that fits. But unfortunately, I think this is all of them. It's at least all of them that I have in my account. So, but yeah, I don't know. Very very fun stuff, right? I think it's a refreshing build, not quite as bad as, or I guess the other teams aren't bad, but they're just kind of basic, you know. Okay, so now that we're not in the preliminaries anymore, we're only going to be doing one fight. I will show you guys what this looks like. Yeah, so we'll use a friend. We'll use a friend version Z Goku here, and this should be perfectly fine. So let's see, our first rotation. Oh yeah, see there we go. We got Krillin and Piccolo on our first rotation, so didn't matter what the friend was anyway. The tower's not broken over here. It's put together, so we know we're not getting Master's Mark medals. You can also tell because there's white medals on the field and bronze medals. If these were Master's Mark medals, then there would be a bunch of rubble on the ground, and then it would be mostly gold capsules and silver. So I'm not going to bother trying to get those around the map. But this is the very first World Tournament I've ever taken part in on this JP account, even though I've had the account for a couple years now. I've never really played it, just kind of logged in and stuff. So, yeah, I am very, very low on Master's Mark medals. I think I only have like 30 right now, is how many I've been able to accumulate just from all of the missions and whatever I've accumulated on the finals maps when they appear there. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get enough copies of the World Tournament medals of like the Hercule Satan item to get all of the Piccolo medals to easy A him. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a deep dive after we get through our final round here. We'll jump back over to the shop and take a look at like the pricing and just see exactly how much of that currency we're going to need to earn, and then we'll look at like how much in total we're able to get. We'll do that at the end of the video because I know that that's going to be a little bit more of a mundane portion for people to watch. I know not everyone is quite as interested in that stuff as like the gameplay. So yeah, we'll do. We'll finish up through the finals here, show off this kid Gohan, and then for those of you that care, just stick around and we'll tally up some numbers at the end here. Okay, this I think is a better one because when you have the map that shows you like the last one we had, where it's just it's all awakening medals, but then all the different kinds of awakening medals, like all the different rarities. That one's crappy. I think that one just gives you like the generic awakening medals, but I think this one has a chance to give you like the Kai awakening medals or the Turtle or Bulma awakening medals. So these this is a more worthwhile map to run around on if you're feeling it, if you're here for the rewards, right? Yeah, and like these support items are really good because you can get ghost ushers and stuff, which is definitely something I need here on JP. And like when I played on like ever since day one on Global, I have played. Oh, here's a situation. So we can't get enough ki to get his unit super attacks. So this is actually one of those times where, well, we could put him in a different slot, right? We could always just throw him towards slot 3 and then select that way, but then that takes a lot longer because you have to wait through all the other super attacks. And obviously we have Chaozu on rotation, so the enemies are stunned. I'm not worried about that. But I will just use an item here to be able to boost his ki up. There we go. And then now he can do his unit super. Perfect. So yeah, that works out. Oh no! That's not good. I have not had that happen in a while. I was definitely not ready for that. I know the app crashing was like really bad for a little while. I'm not sure if it's just the like overuse of the servers and stuff, of people being like in game for the 8th anniversary, but it was like this on Global too. And I was getting like 3 and 4 app crashes a day. I was like, wow, this is kind of excessive on both versions of the game, but it hasn't been happening the past few days, so I'm not sure. Oh, we're so close to ranking up. I thought we would have ranked up that time. Okay, yeah, so this is perfect. Check out the items that we just got here. Each of those that's all the ones I mentioned. Yeah, very, very good. This can actually even be the better Kai ones. Yeah, totally can be. All right, where are we at here? I think we're about to jump into the finals right now. Okay, one more round here, and then we're good to go. Oh, we had an app reset, right? Yeah, that's the cool part is you can kind of like, you can just keep this filtered. I just do super physical Goku family, and then it usually there's a version Z Goku pretty close to the top. But you could always do more filters if you wanted to try to, get a certain unit to show up here. But yeah, that's just the way I've done it. Oh, and by the way, for people who don't play JP a lot, but I know a lot of people have started around this time. So if you're one of those people who just started or who has like not started because of the like language barrier problem, it's honestly I cannot say it's that bad. Okay, so here we're getting Master's Mark medals. We're gonna try and get as many of these as possible. Oh, we got a 2. He's gonna run into us first. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, it hasn't been that difficult for me. I've been, at least for like the categories, because that's the main thing, right? Like you obviously need to have enough experience in the game to know like what generically like what the buttons do, because it's going to be really, really hard to navigate the game as a whole if you're like not, well versed with where things are at and what buttons on the screen do what. You kind of have to play global for a long time to learn that stuff. And then once you're like keen on all of that, then as far as being able to like know, like be able to play the game because like knowing what units do and stuff, I mean I guess that's another step. But yeah, so far I've been pretty good about learning like the categories, because a lot of it's like about placement, right? Because the categories are all in the same order that they are on global. So some of them can give you little hints there. Like, I know that Goku family and Vegeta family are green, so I go into that section right where they are, and then there's 2 that are side by side where the last 2 symbols are exactly the same. So in my mind, that's like, it says family right there. And so I'm able to depict between the 2. And now I've just clicked on them enough, I know the difference between Goku family and Vegeta family. Did we not kill on that last turn? Oh. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay, well, this is, believe it or not, this is the first time I've had this happen, where I did an AoE with this team and I didn't kill. So, who did we have last rotation? We had, oh, okay, so, linked up with his father, he didn't even kill. Well, that's because we had a lot of strong physical type units here, right? And he's Int, which is a really bad typing for World Tournament nowadays. Int is definitely not what you want to be running. So yeah, that's another like count against this this team that I have built. Definitely another strike against it, but that's totally okay. Like I'm not here for speed at all. I'm not here to try to show you the best World Tournament team. That's the kind of thing we do over there on the global version of the game. Every single video I put out will be an absolute sweat fest, because that's how I am on global. I am a diehard, and I will never stop until I have the best account ever. So, but yeah, on JP, this is where I tell myself to relax a little bit more. I don't worry about being as OCD as in with this account and stuff. So yeah, I definitely don't mind. That's sweet. We got copies of our Bardock here. Okay, so we finished this. Yeah, we finished our 1 round here. That was actually a decent round. We got very lucky with the Gohan being able to be on rotation and showed off a few times. And then we even got to see like the limits to his power in this game mode. So that is kind of exciting to experience for sure. So yeah, definitely not the best by any means, but super fun team to use. Okay, so let's go back to the website now, and we will double check some numbers. So I'm going to be over here in the Baba shop in game. So really quick, we've got for the new currency. So it looks like, okay, obviously I'm assuming you're going to need 45 medals for the Piccolo, because usually you need 45 for every single LR EZA. That's how they work. So these cost 3 Hercule Satans apiece. Okay. times 45. So that's just shy of 150. It's 135 is what you would need, or no, wait, because they're 3 per, you need 45, so 3 times 45. Yeah, 135. Okay, so you need 135 of these in order to get Piccolo awakened. Okay. And then you would need 30 of these, or well, you're supposed to be able to get all of these from... Okay, I guess if you ranked top 2,000 and you could get all but one, because you're getting 90, which is enough to awaken 3 characters, right? But there's 4 characters that use these to awaken. So if you needed to buy one whole character's worth of these, I believe it's 30, 40, or 30, 30, 40, and then 15? I can't remember. Well, it's one per medal, so this will be easy to count up. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to the website, and then we'll take a look. So where are we at here? We've got... oh, are they up higher? I'm way too low on this page. I forgot these were at the top. Okay. Oh, no. In order to see how much... Man, I am out of it today, guys. I am so sorry. I've been recording way too much lately. I need to take a break day. Okay, so here we go. This is how much they cost to awaken, and they're all the same, right? I would assume. Oh, there we go. And then this is 45 for Piccolo. Yeah, they're all the same. Okay, so in order to awaken one copy of these, you would need 60, or wait, 30, 60, 100, 115. So you'd need 115 of these. And then 35 Piccolo medals, or 45 Piccolo medals would cost 135 of the tickets. So you'd need 250. If you could place top 2,000 in the World Tournament and earn 250 tickets, you can awaken every single... You can Easy 8 all of them in one World Tournament. Otherwise, you have to get top 10 in order to get more of the awakening medals from your rewards and then be able to actually awaken all of them. So let's see if it's possible to get 250 of these Signs of Satan, because if it is, then you just have to go for top 2,000, which is good. That's much more achievable, right? Okay, so Signs of Satan, let's count them up here through all the missions. So we didn't have any in here, right? Is that... Oh, that's bad. I thought they were going to be giving them out like all over these things, but it looks like... So it's just for the point accumulation ones. So we get 5 plus 5 is 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 60. Okay, so you can get 60 from missions. Hold on. We're going to do this a little bit janky. You guys aren't really going to be able to see what I'm doing on screen, but I literally have some pen and paper right here. I'm going to write some stuff down so we don't forget these numbers. So 60 from missions, and then it was 115 for Easy A medals, and then 135 for Piccolo. Okay, that way I don't forget that. So 60 from the missions, and then we have... Yeah, that's it from those missions. Okay, and then we have the generic missions, right? So the daily missions. There were missions the night it released, so Thursday night, and then Friday day, and then Saturday day. So we know we're going to get at least 3 sets of these, so that's 9 more. Potentially 12, though, because a lot of the times on the last day of the World Tournament, they don't give out daily missions because the World Tournament ends after a few hours after the reset, and they want to give people like a full day to get the missions done. So usually there isn't missions on the last day of the World Tournament, but that's on Global. I have no idea if they do it like that on JP. So we'll say 9, maybe 12, depending on if they do that or not. So 9 to 12 from dailies. Okay, and then there's also some in the in the Kai missions for the World Tournament, because you have the ones, the Tenkaichi like missions or whatever. Oh, sorry, we're lagging. There we go. Yeah, so from these... Oh, no. It's just Master's Mark medals. I thought there was more in here. There's not. Okay. Oh, well, I haven't mentioned this in the video yet, so... Where are they at? These ones. Okay, so you have to use a Power of Wishes category character and a World Tournament category character. Those are the two that you have to do 7 times. It's actually kind of cool because the version Z Goku is on Power of Wishes, so that's how I got mine. And then World Tournament, I just had to put like the new free-to-play Hercule. I didn't have anybody else to fit on the team. But yeah, anyway, so is that really all we're going to be able to get of the Satan currency? That's actually... the rewards too, right? I didn't even think about... I didn't calculate from the daily or the local rewards. Where are those at? Right here. Okay, so then if you also place... because if we're assuming you're placing top 2,000. We're doing the math for if you place top 2,000, right? So if you place top 2,000, you're definitely getting top 3 local. So you're going to get your 90 from there as well. Okay, so 90 from rewards. Okay, so that means you can get 60 plus 90, which is 150. Plus another 9 to 12. So you're going to get anywhere between 159 and 162 per World Tournament. Oh, that's so bad. And then you need 250 medals. So yeah, I guess GG. They oh man, the golden era of the World Tournament is over for now. It's absolutely over because you used to, for a few years there, ever since they added the mission where you could pick up a copy of a character, like just from getting your 23 million points or whatever. Ever since then, the World Tournament has been like free because you just grind up enough to get that character and then you're good to go, right? And your rewards were finite. Like, and for me, I just grinded up enough to get the unit rainbowed. So whatever like place would give me 4 copies of the new unit, then I was good to go because I was going to get 1 from the missions, 4 from my rewards, and then I knew I was going to rainbow them every time, and that would give me plenty of extra tickets and whatever other rewards I wanted, right? Someone really copy pasted these. It says NDRD. You guys want to get 31 to place? I'm thinking about getting 50'd. Sorry, that's so distracting. It's really funny. But yeah, now they have ruined that because now it doesn't matter how much you grind in the World Tournament, you can't do perfect. Unless you're literally one of 10 people in the world. There are 10 people who are going to get to enter the World Tournament, and it's going to, you know, there's going to be new stuff released, and they're going to be able to max out all of it. There's only 10 people in the world who are going to be able to do that. Everyone else is going to be left with some units not Extreme Z Awakened. I hate this so much. Now I'm really, really hoping that it goes the way I talked about at the beginning of the video, where on the next World Tournament, they go back to giving us a new World Tournament reward card while continuing to allow us to build up these World Tournament medals and not EZA any new characters. I really hope that's what they do the next World Tournament, because then that way at least it'll be like you're behind for one World Tournament, and then if you do your grinding, you do your due diligence, you get your top 2,000, you get so you can get your 90 of these medals, and then you get your top 3 in top 3 in local, so you can get your 90 of these, and you're diligent about doing that and getting all your missions done every World Tournament, then you at least only have to wait 2 World Tournaments to get all the units. However, if next World Tournament they drop the EZA for LR, Tien, and Chaozu, giving us 45 more medals that we need to buy out of this Baba Shop right here, and add a Tien and Chaozu medal to this, and they Extreme Z Awaken 4 more SSRs, and then allow us to earn the exact same amount of currency on that World Tournament too, that is going to be ass. because you're going to continue to get farther and farther behind. There's going to continue to be more and more units every World Tournament that you can't Extreme Z Awaken. And that is going to be horrible. That would have been them effectively making the World Tournament worse, which I didn't think was possible. So let's hope that that's not their thinking. I think the only way that would be their line of thought is right now they're thinking, oh, the World Tournament units are so exclusive. For some reason they've kept them this exclusive for this many years, right? Even though they're just collectible units and they're not even good, like they've still made it so hard to obtain these units over the years, right? Let's hope that their logic is not, oh, well, now that we're making them good, we should make them even harder to get. I really, really hope that's not their thought process, because if it is, like, we're going to need to talk to someone at headquarters. This is getting out of hand. But anyways, that's my stress rant about the World Tournament here. I'm honestly not too invested on JP. I'm just going to make sure to get a copy of my Piccolo, and then I am actually going to be prioritizing my Satan signatures on the Piccolo medals. I will be making sure to get him fully Extreme Z Awaken, because of all the units that are getting their EZAs here, he is by far the best. I definitely say you should jump into this World Tournament because it's worth picking up the copy of him at 20 million points. It's worth getting enough of these Satan signatures to EZA him. He is a worthwhile unit, especially if you pulled the new 8th anniversary LR, because he pairs very well with the Kid Gohan there. So yeah, jump in, do your World Tournament stuff, but we're all in this together. Don't stress it. You're not going to be able to full clear all of this new content. Not possible to do. So shoutouts to the 1 in 10 that get it done. Alright, well, I have talked long enough about this. I am going to get back to grinding away at the World Tournament so I can get my Piccolo. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, then consider being a part of the Toxic Tribe with the like, comment, and subscribe on the video. We are still trying to make that push toward 400 subscribers. We stalled out. We were doing really good at the beginning of the anniversary. We were having lots of new attention on the channel. So please, if you haven't, then help me out. Hit that red subscribe button. I would absolutely appreciate it. That is going to do it for this one, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace!